Hello and welcome, dear viewers. We're thrilled to embark on this exciting historical journey with you today. We'll be delving deep into the era of the 100 Years' War, a time that forever changed the face of Europe and the world. If you're as excited as we are to explore this fascinating period, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss any of our upcoming content. Remember, your comments and questions help us create better content tailored to your interests. So, without further ado, let's dive right into the midst of the 100 Years' War. Welcome to the era of the 100 Years' War, a tumultuous time that reshaped Europe and the world. This was a period marked by power struggles, dynastic conflicts, and shifting alliances. At the heart of this conflict were two major powers, England and France, both vying for dominance and control. This war, spanning over a century, had profound implications not just for these two nations, but for the entire course of world history. Stay with us as we delve into the complex causes of this prolonged conflict. The roots of the 100 Years' War are entwined with political, economic, and dynastic factors. The Norman conquest of England in 1066 saw the English throne occupied by French nobles, blurring the lines of sovereignty. Fast forward to the succession crisis in the early 14th century. The English king claimed the French throne, igniting a powder keg of long-standing tensions. These factors set the stage for the first phase of the war. The early years of the war were marked by significant English victories. Fueled by a powerful desire to claim the French throne, England's forces rode onto the battlefield with a determination that was both fierce and unyielding. In the Battle of Crusade in 1346, we see a decisive English win. This was largely due to their strategic use of the longbow, a weapon that would revolutionize warfare and tip the scales in favor of the English. 10 years later, in 1356, came the Battle of Poitiers. Here, the English once again demonstrated their military prowess, capturing the French King John II and further destabilizing the already shaky French rule. These early triumphs gave England a strong foothold in the war, shaping the course of the conflict in their favor. However, the tide of the war was about to turn with the rise of an unlikely hero. Enter Joan of Arc, a young peasant woman who would change the course of the war. Born in obscurity, Joan's life took a dramatic turn when she was just a teenager. She began to experience visions which she interpreted as divine messages, instructing her to support Charles, the disinherited French prince, and help him reclaim his throne. Driven by her strong faith and belief in her divine mission, Joan managed to gain the trust of Charles and his court. She led the French army to victory in a series of critical battles, most notably the Siege of Orléans in 1429. This wasn't just a military victory, it was a symbolic one. Joan, a commoner and a woman, had defied the expectations of her time, demonstrating courage, strategic brilliance, and an unwavering conviction in her purpose. Joan's victories breathed new life into the French cause. With the momentum on their side, the French were ready to repel English invasions. The tide of war was turning, and the stage was set for the decisive battles of Patay in 1429 and Castillon in 1453. These confrontations were not just battles, they were turning points, moments where the course of history shifted. At Patay, the French, under the leadership of Joan of Arc and her captains, shattered the myth of English invincibility. This was a victory that breathed new life into the French cause, instilling a sense of belief that had been absent for years. Fast forward to Castillon, the final major battle of the 100 Years' War. Here, the French used innovative artillery tactics to once again repel the English, effectively signaling the end of the conflict. The war was coming to an end, marking the beginning of a new era. The 100 Years' War left an indelible mark on European history. This protracted conflict, spanning over a century, altered the geographical and political landscape of the continent in ways still evident today. In the aftermath, we witnessed the emergence of France as a unified nation. The war had stoked the flames of nationalism, fostering a strong sense of identity among the French. The concept of France as a single entity, rather than a collection of feudal territories, began to take hold. Similarly, the war sounded the death knell for feudalism. As monarchs sought to finance their military campaigns, they increasingly turned to taxation, diminishing the economic power of the feudal lords. This marked a significant shift towards centralized authority and the birth of the modern state. The 100 Years' War. a conflict that reshaped the world and still echoes in our modern times. Thank you for joining us on this compelling journey through the 100 Years' War. Our heartfelt gratitude goes out to the historians, animators, and researchers who worked tirelessly to bring this era to life. Their unwavering dedication to uncovering the past ensures that we may learn from it. We also extend a special thanks to you, our valued viewers, for your continued support and curiosity. Your engagement fuels our passion to deliver more insightful content. We urge to continue supporting our work by liking, commenting, and subscribing to our channel. Let's keep the dialogue going in the comments section, and don't forget to our videos with your friends and family. Together, we can uncover and learn from the intriguing mysteries of the past. Until our next fascinating journey, stay curious.